VanLifeRocks. My name is Ray, and in this video I want to give you a van tour of the command center of Base Camp. Alright, let's go. Okay, starting off on the passenger side of the van, I have screens for all the windows that open. That way, whether I'm boondocking or if it's at nighttime, no bugs or flies can come in, mosquitoes, keep the mosquitoes out. But those are magnetic to the door. On the door I also have 4 maps, California, Arizona, Nevada, and Utah, which are the states that I will probably be traveling the most. But I mainly use Google Maps and Google Earth for most of my directions and where I want to go. That little shelf there is for my son. I also have a DC fan, and that is my coffee thermos, which holds 40 ounces of fresh coffee, which I make every morning. But here's a close-up of the screen and the magnets. Highly recommend it. I also have the window coverings for all my windows. That way it keeps the heat out, keeps the sun out, also some privacy as well. But it's 2 layers of Reflectix and 2 layers of thermal curtains. Moving on to the front, I also have a windshield visor. Keeps the sun out, keeps the heat out, and privacy as well. I have rain guards on both sides of the windows. That way I can keep it fresh, the windows cracked open, and fresh air from coming in. On the door I have a high-powered flashlight. That way if I hear a bump at night, I could have that flashlight. I have one in the front and one in the back. It's a high-powered flashlight. I also use that for when I'm boondocking as well. Anytime I need to find a camping spot at night, I bust that out and it's super bright. On the side door I have some stuff for grooming, some gloves, and some emergency stuff. I have an emergency headband, also with a tire gauge. Inside these gloves here I have some oregano oil, that's for me. And I also have some eucalyptus oil for the van, make it smell nice and fresh. Underneath my driver's seat I carry all my cable management pouch here. This is all the cables I need to charge my phones, my GoPros, cameras, stuff like that. I also have a backup pair, brand new sunglasses just in case. And I have also this pocket knife that's also magnet to the base of my chair, my seat, which I use to open up avocados and just in case of an emergency. But on the side of the door I also have some mechanics gloves, just in case I break down. Also another headlamp just in case I need it at night. An umbrella just in case. It hardly ever rains, but you never know. An extra quart of oil. And some duct tape. Up on the dash I have a GoPro mount for my GoPro Hero 8 and also a dash cam. I removed the rear view mirror and I have magnets there. Alright, let's do a closer look at the dashboard. I have a place where I can place my thermometer. I also have a backup camera up front, which is directional. I could move that to the left or the right depending on where I feel like I need it. But it also holds my thermometer and my cell phone. So if I wanted to watch some YouTube videos, I could place that there. And I have this camera running 24/7 off my solar. So just in case something happens at night, I can have a recording of it, or if there's an accident, I can have that information. Moving on down to the center console, I have 3 cup holders there. The center one I use for change, but this is my setup. Pins up front, a place where I could put my Wii Boost, and for my cup I put that on the right side. LED touch light. All this is powered by my solar system. I have it all wired from the house batteries up front. This is another place where I could place a magnet, and I can put my phone there or anything that I'd like to place there. Holds my wallet, my iPod, all that fun goody stuff. Down below here in the doghouse, I have a Bluetooth speaker that's there for notes, things I need to write things down. There's a notepad that I could write things down. Hold documents, and then there's another fuse box, all wired from my solar system. On the passenger seat, I usually keep my coffee there and my broccoli sprouts. Another look at my 12-volt fan. Down here toward the bottom here, I have a little cooler which kind of holds miscellaneous stuff such as my tripod, another tripod, rubbing alcohol, wipes, stuff that I can make lunch with, spices, olive oil. And down over here I have some stevia and some vitamin C down there. This little sticker I use as a reminder, so just in case I'm boondocking and I have something either underneath my van or on the top of my roof, trash or whatever, I place that sticker there on my steering wheel, just a reminder to, hey, just to double check everything to make sure that the van's ready to go before I take off. And for my keys, I also have a spare key on my keychain. That way, if I wanted to step out of the van and leave the van running, I could detach that and lock the doors and have my van run, just in case I need to grab the mail or something out of my storage unit really quickly. Above the driver's seat and the passenger seat, I have two LED puck lights, battery powered, which is nice to have just in case I need some light. Toward the center here on the ceiling here, we have the controls for my rear AC unit. I also have one for the front and in the back. That's also a remote for the LED strip lights in the back. On the visor, I have documents usually. There's my California Adventure Pass, along with some headphones and my emergency bike light. So just in case there's an emergency at night, roadside service, or if I'm going on a hike, I can carry this with me just in case. On the door, I have another magnet mount for my phones or other gadgets. Throughout the van, I probably have about 6 different areas where I could place my phone, place something where I want mounted to, and it's just very convenient. It's very nice to have. The basic AC controls, heat controls, and a standard 1, 2, 3, 4 radio, which eventually I'll probably remove. Traction control. Okay, on the driver's seat, I could also use this area as a studio as well. I can mount my phone on the steering wheel there with my Rode video mic, and I could use this setup area for a studio. I could edit videos. I can go on live streams, and this is my basic editing studio here in my van. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate that. Make sure you give this video a like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I'm going to be doing another tour of the van here pretty soon, so stay tuned. Van Life rocks.